Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Shelly's Millions. In today's video, I want to talk about what to expect after you upload your documents on EDD.me, including how long it might take to switch from pending to paid, and a few tips to hopefully avoid that 5+ hour wait time to speak to a referee. Please take a moment and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with anyone that might find it useful. I really appreciate it, and it helps YouTube share my channel with more people. I still get a lot of questions on the channel if everyone will have to go through this process. And as of right now, it's not everyone. It is 1.4 million claims, and that's just this round. A lot of people went through this earlier in the year and when they were first applying. So I do think everyone should be prepared for this to happen, but unless you received the suspension of claim notice and were sent the link from the California EDD, I wouldn't worry about this until you're asked to complete this process, but I would try and make sure that all your documents are up to date and current in case you're asked to do this in the future. And if you're just now filing a PUA claim for the first time, you will be asked to verify your identity. For those of you that have had problems verifying your documents, the wait time to speak to a referee and do a video call is over 5 hours long. And it seems like because of that, the California EDD is going to extend the time frame that you have to upload your documents. So the EDD was saying that you only had 10 days from the time that you received the request to have everything uploaded and completed. However, the CEO of ID.me says that the California EDD is extending that time frame up to 30 days. And I even tried to ask him on Twitter. I said, do people need to do anything? Do they need to call the EDD and get a link or ask for an extension? And he only replied that they're changing the deadline to 30 days. So he implied that it's automatic, but the California EDD has not made an official statement on this yet. I'll share a screenshot of our Twitter exchange up above, and even though he didn't quite tell me everything that I was looking for, he, unlike the California EDD, was on Twitter answering my questions after 5 p.m., which is generally outside of work hours, so that's more than I can say for the EDD. I think the number one thing people have a question about after they've completed uploading their documents is how long will it take to switch from pending to paid? And some people are switching in as few as a couple of days. The California EDD in their news release even said that it can take as little as a few days. But the EDD has told our assembly members and some news outlets that the process could still take up to 30 days. And that's 30 days from the time you upload your documents. So now if the deadline to upload your documents really is 30 days, it could be as many as an additional 30 days before you get paid from the time you upload your documents. So that extended deadline is a blessing and a curse. If there's an issue with your documents, the wait time to speak with a referee can be over 5 hours. And I'm going to link an article down below, and I'll screenshot it up above with some of the things that can cause issues when you're uploading your documents. Those things are if you recently moved, if your credit report is locked or frozen, if your credit profile contains incorrect information, if you already verified your identity using ID.me, your submission has an error or typo, you submitted expired documents, you submitted an unreadable photo, you submitted a phone number that is not associated with your name and address. And a lot of people are getting hung up on that one if they are using a phone number that's associated with a family plan or something like that. So here are a few tips to try and avoid some of the things that can cause hiccups with your documentation. So one is make sure that your ID is current and not expired. If it is, make an appointment with the DMV to try and get a current driver's license or identification card. I'm seeing a lot of reports that doing this process from a laptop or a computer can be faster and have less issues. And if you do it that method, they're saying don't use the internet browser Safari, and that Google Chrome is the best internet browser to use when you're logging onto the internet to complete this process. When you're taking the photo of your identification, make sure that you're using a dark background. And when you take your selfie, make sure that your lighting is good. Maybe take your selfie outdoors if possible to make sure that the lighting is good. Natural light usually will give you a nice, crisp photo. Check your credit report to make sure that there aren't any errors or discrepancies. And it's always a good idea to do that periodically anyway. I like the website Credit Karma. I will also link that in the description down below. If your credit is locked or frozen, you might want to consider unlocking it before you call to do the ID.me verification process, since they are mentioning that that's something that can cause you to need to speak with a referee. If you do decide to do that, and I'm not necessarily recommending that you do, but if you do unlock it before verification, make sure to lock it again right away when you're done with ID.me. This is different than the Bank of America frozen accounts. This kind of locking or freezing your account is normally something that you would call and have requested to have done so that people can't open credit cards in your name without you knowing about it. If you still need to speak with a referee and the wait time is over 5 hours, some people are reporting that they've had luck reaching out to ID.me over Twitter, and then they get a response back and they make arrangements via Twitter messaging to arrange a time for the referee chat so that people aren't waiting 5+ hours. That's not working for everyone, and from what I can see on the Twitter history, since they announced that they're going to move the deadline to verify your documents to a 30-day time frame, it looks like people are getting responses a little less frequently like that, but it is something that you can try because it never hurts to try. I hope something in this video helps you guys so that you're able to complete this process quickly and without having to hold for another 5 hours to speak to somebody at ID.me. Weeble's still giving away 4 free stocks. When you use my link in the description down below, if you use my link, please let me know which 4 free stocks you get. That's after you make a deposit of $100 or more on the platform. Thank you guys so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time. I'm sorry about the clicker, guys. I am.